Hi everyone, welcome to the podcast. Today we have Nathan from Scarecrew Paranormal. Welcome to the show. We're here to talk about all things paranormal and some of the experiences that Nathan's had.
So, how are you today, Nathan?
Very stressed and actually quite nervous about this podcast.
Well, there's a first time for everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm usually a big talker, but I've never been put in my show before.
All right, so we're here to talk about everything paranormal that you've done in your lifetime right now from over in the UK and here in Australia. So, first questions first. What sparked your interest in the paranormal field?
Okay, this is a very touchy subject, and yeah, I got diagnosed with cancer, stage 3 cancer, 3 years ago. And when you get dealt cards like that, you always question what's on the other side, if there is anything on the other side. And that just lit this little fire, actually. Then I went over to the UK, and my sister, she got tickets for a paranormal investigation with Newcastle on the Line paranormal team. Darren Shaw, big hits up, like I think. He pretty much taught everything I know, and he pushed me to follow it on in Australia.
Nice, that's great. So how long have you been doing paranormal investigations?
1 year.
1 year, wow, that's pretty new to the field.
Yeah, 1 year. And I honestly feel like I've got evidence that's way beyond me. Like there's some stuff that's happened to me that I can't believe.
Love that. I love that. Love that when stuff happens and it's out of the blue and you're going, "Oh my god, how did that happen?" So, what was this? Was there a specific experience or moment or encounter that pushed you toward becoming an investigator?
One word, one name, Andrea. Amwit mentioned, I did my investigation there, and a big shout out to Daryl Paranormal. Yes, I had the most amazing experience in my life in there. At the bottom of a cellar, there was the original hold'em molds that they used to hold slaves, and I was locked inside. It's just actually quite.
Hang on. You're locked inside on purpose.
Yeah, I locked myself in there.
Cool.
But if I didn't do that, I feel she wouldn't have reached out. She would only answer my questions. No one else's. Everyone tried. Everyone failed.
Love that when stuff happens.
Except for me. Like, as soon as I spoke, knocked responses straight away. It was incredible. But she told me she died. Actually, no, she told me she was murdered. She was murdered by the mansion owner's wife.
Wow. That's amazing.
The first time she's ever spoken and be able to tell her story. It was amazing.
Wow. So, how did your team originally come together? And what inspired each of you to join? Did you have a group in UK as well as Australia?
No, I just decided to bring it over here. I asked my mate Chris. He's been my best mate for 22 years. And he likes doing the camera work. I went, hey, how about you jump on board? And he's been there ever since.
That's good. So he's been with you for the full year?
Yeah.
That's absolutely. It's always good when you find someone that has a similar interest in you and really wants you, and really wants to do it with you, right? Because that's very hard.
Absolutely, he is absolutely brilliant. Like, we wouldn't have got as far as we have without him. Obviously, we've gone through some members as well. Like, it's a bit of give and take. Like, chemistry is a big if. It's very hard to get that right chemistry. Just like you and Karen.
As well as Mark.
Oh yeah, Mark. Yeah, I forgot about Mark. I miss Mark.
Yeah.
Can't forget about Mark. Sorry. He's gonna have a go at me now.
I don't think I'll ever go at you. I just think we'll just be like, what about me?
Listen, fair.
What keeps you motivated to continue investigating even during challenging or inconclusive cases?
Good question. It's the passion. Do you know what? This is going to lead me to where I currently am right now. I've found out I've got a bit of a talent with this, I feel. And I have people reaching out to see if I can come check their homes out, and I've always been no. But when stuff it, why not see if I can try to help? And I've just been helping this lady. Yeah, I don't like the echo.
Yeah, sorry. Unfortunately, we're in the same room at the moment, and we're trying to work out how to get rid of the echo. So I do apologise for that, guys. We'll work through it as we can, but that's okay. So how has the perspective on the paranormal changed since you first started?
I feel like I can handle the darkness a bit better. Like, I used to get absolutely terrorized. Like, I had a spirit connection. It was nasty. It was an attachment. And it was messed with my head for about 3 months. But that was because I was amateur and naive. I realised I can't be like that. Especially with how it impacted my mental health.
Yeah, they can certainly do that to you, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was horrible. Like, and that's just a big thing to tell people that it's not all fun and games sometimes. It's can get really serious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100% believe
100%
that.
believe that.
So, what
So,
piece of
what piece
equipment
of
do you rely
equipment
on
do
the
you
most
rely
and
on the
why?
most?
I love the catboards. I love the catboards. I just feel there's nothing better. Well, correction. I thought until I look over me sleeping and the body onto the hotel and the rental's getting absolutely.
Yes, I did actually.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, that happened at 3:06. Like, I was supposed to be going live at 3 o'clock, but I slept for a mile. And that was getting absolutely peppered.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. What piece of sorry, have you ever captured evidence that completely surprised your team or you?
Jacket pull on camera. Also, Andrea. Like, I reckon the whole thing with Andrea was just unbelievable.
Well, that sounds. And I've posted that video for you on our channel as well, so people could have a look at it. So hopefully you'll get a few views out of that, and people will understand what you mean by that, right? Have you? How do you ensure your investigations remain controlled, credible, and free from contamination?
Good question. I personally don't think you can ever completely eliminate any kind of manipulation. I honestly don't. Because you're always going to have that person questioning, oh, that bloke's got a remote for his, like, REM pod. Perfect example, National Hotel. I had a skeptic ask if I was pressing buttons. I don't even know how to start a laptop. As we well aware. But like, I think you just need to push out honesty. People to know that you actually. I would never sabotage like the paranormal. I love it too much. It's a passion. Why would I taint my credibility?
And that's what it comes down to, right?
Yeah.
So if you start doing dodgy stuff, you're going to get known to be doing dodgy stuff, and nobody's going to want to deal with you, right?
Absolutely. Like, honesty is the best way. That's how you should live life.
Yep, I agree with that. So what's one technique you think more teams should be using?
Please and thank yous, including myself. Like, they 90% we're human. Like, please and thank you. Like, Suzanne pulled me up on it. Like, it's just a typical northerner from England. I never say please and thank you. So I'm trying to use that a bit more. But with paranormal teams, I feel there needs to be unity. There is so much bickering, and it's quite childish, and I'm over it.
Yeah, fair enough. But, you know, people always want to put out their best foot forward, right?
Absolutely.
Doesn't always work that way, but, you know, I agree. Everybody should be happy to work with each other at some stage, because you never know when you're going to cross paths with them, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think we've already covered this one, but I'm going to ask again. What is the most memorable case your team has ever worked on? I think you're going to say
Andrea.
Andrea.
Andrea. Like, honestly, the most amazing experience of my life. Like, nothing will ever beat it. I hope it will, but it was just that personal connection I feel that will never be broken.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Like, I broke down crying. I was that emotional.
Wow, that's a big one, right?
Yeah.
So, what's the biggest misconception people have about paranormal investigators?
that they're all for the clicks. Some of us are actually honest. Some of us just like to people to watch and keep an open mind. I know we're not going to be able to change everybody's opinion, but questioning, that'll be the best thing. Just a question, just that little. Hang on.
Okay, that's a good answer. I like that. I definitely ask questions, right? So it sort of leads us into the next question: is how do you balance skepticism with open-mindedness during an investigation?
I think everything's paranormal. I go with all my heart. This is where Chris is really good, because he's the skeptic of the team, and he brings me in the line. Sometimes you need that skeptic. I think you do need that skeptic.
Yeah, 100%. And as you develop your technique or investigation, what we found is that you tend to go and find more of a natural reason as to why something's happening. Because, for example, we're at the court in Fremantle. We helped Susie there with the investigation, and they were getting EMF hits on a mirror. So I basically asked the people who were doing it, like, think about what you're looking at. Like, if you look at the dock, we know there's a speaker there. We know there's an electrical field there that's creating the EMF, right? But look at what you're looking at now. You've got a mirror above a fireplace. What's behind the fireplace? Made them answer the chimney. Okay, so is there possible electrical cables in the chimney? Probably not, because it gets hot, right? So how do you explain that? However, if it was a flat wall and a mirror was pinging and you could walk around and you could see an electrical cable, you could turn around and say, okay, that's probably what's causing it, right? But when you have genuine activity and you're holding that EMF meter up to a mirror and it's spiking off and it's not possible because there's going to be no electricals behind it, then you can start going, okay, so we need to investigate this a bit further. All right. I was like you when I first started. Everything was paranormal. It was great going forward. However, my very first investigation was at the Swanview train tunnel. Now, I didn't realize that EMF detectors were prone to the electrical fields generated by your mobile phone. Now, when you go into that tunnel, your phone will continually broadcast to try and find a signal because it's so far underground. So when we played back the recording after getting answers, what we thought were answers through the K2 meters, you can actually hear the phone broadcasting on the recording. You hear the do as it's trying to. So all that evidence we had to throw out because it's all contaminated. So that's why we ask when you come on an event or come with us, just turn your phone on flight mode. Unless you really urgently need to have it on, just chuck it on flight mode for us. And most people are happy to do that too, right? And you give them that example, and they're like, yep, no worries, we'll do that.
I'm glad you said that because the National Hotel, in that room 3,
yeah,
that bedroom, for some reason, was a pillar for EMF. Right, all the K2s were going off there. So
that's something I wanted to talk to you about as well.
Because
your phone's glitching. Did you want to log into... You can log into our Wi-Fi.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, just technical issues right now, guys. Give us 1 sec and we'll get that sorted out right now.
Yeah.
Problems of going live.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain. So the K2s... I think I just chose the wrong one again. 4339AD.
Yep.
And the password was...
Just getting that for you, buddy.
I was a bit nervous, but then I'm starting to talk now.
Hi guys, won't be too long. Apologies.
Oh, it's still not.
It's okay.
There we go.
Alright, you all connected? Alright, I'm going to try and dial him in again. Yeah, just give it a sec.
Oh yeah, it's on.
Beautiful. Alright, I'll hang up and dial in again. Give me 1 sec. And welcome back, Nathan.
Nice to be back.
Gotta love IT help on the fly, right?
Yes.
All right, so apologies for that, guys. All right, so the last thing we were talking about was the National Hotel. So my theory of what was going on, you had about 8 or 9 K2 meters on the bed, plus a REM pod in the middle. Yeah. So from my perspective, and I only thought about it on the way home because that's really unusual activity, was you actually created your own EMF field by having all the K2s so close together in a circle around. And yeah, it's only battery power, but think about it. It's only water until it becomes too much water. Right? So while that was, at the time I thought, wow, that's amazing. When you have time to go away from the situation and think about how things were set up and review it all, you actually go, oh, hang on, it could have been that doing it. So what we should have done is maybe taken most of the K2s away, maybe left two there, and see if we still had the same result. So
I'm so glad you said that, because I was just about to say in the following morning, because I stayed overnight, the K2 that I left on there was no reaction whatsoever.
Yeah. Bit of glitchiness happening right now. I'm sure it'll clear up in its fair time.
Sorry, guys. I think it's. I'm going to turn my phone onto aeroplane mode and then just be on the Wi-Fi like that. That should be. I think that's okay now.
All right. Not to worry. So the next one we got is how do you? No, did not. What location is at the top of your team's investigation list that you haven't done yet?
I want to go Fremantle Jail. I would love to do Fremantle Jail.
I think every paranormal investigator in WA wants to do that. But unfortunately, they make it very hard and very expensive to get into. Oh, did it? Yeah. It's all right. We'll just come over here and we'll use the microphone together, right?
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to go about it.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so let's go for the next one. How do you see the field evolving over the next few years?
More technology. I reckon there's always going to be newer, bigger, better things. But you can never ever rule out your own gut opinion. Like, your intuition is always number one, I feel. Over any kind of equipment, your intuition is always better.
Okay, yeah, true. Gut over intuition. Well, gut intuition and, physically seeing what you see, right? Yeah. Because I've seen some things that I cannot explain. KMJ did a investigation at the York Town Hall. So we're all in the big hall. Karen was on one side. Mark was in a corner and I was over the other side. And I swear I saw Karen walking up the stairs to go to the back of the stage. And I said to Mark, "Where's Karen going?" And Karen goes, "I'm here." And I'm like, wow. I literally thought I just saw you walking up through that door. And she goes, "No, it wasn't me. It was I was stood here all the time." So those personal experiences that no one else sees is great, but they're also hard to let people know. And if you go against somebody who's not necessarily a believer in the paranormal, it's really hard to get them to believe. There are some people who will believe your word for it straight away because your content is correct and 100%, and there's never any doubt. You're never presenting anything that looks fake. You're never presenting anything that... Oh, come over a bit, mate. Get you on this camera there. And if you build that rapport with your fans and the people who join your page, you will never have that problem, right? Yeah. No matter what the haters say, because haters will always hate on what we do. It doesn't matter what we do, right?
Which really sucks, because we don't earn anything from this. Like, it's just a passion. It's just a love. We like to bring our own love and our passion just to other people who enjoy the same thing. So why is there these people that always want to jump and condemn and complain and put people down? There's just no need for it. Like, why we should be celebrating each other's passion, like celebrating each other's like evidence.
Correct.
Why are we jumping on them?
Correct. Just celebrate, be happy, and be there, right? Yeah. So what advice would you give to someone wanting to join or start a paranormal team?
Just be honest. Be honest with yourself, and be patient. Like it's been a year for us, and it's been bloody hard work. Like you've got to have a lot of time. Like a lot of people don't realise for like a 2-minute short how many hours of going over footage that we've done for that 2 minutes. That's why like I get really, really angry when people don't watch the whole video. Just make sure if you click on my link, you make sure you watch the whole video. It takes a lot of effort, so that's me telling people off. Watching half of it, it's all about the algorithm and stuff like that. Like I want people to enjoy. Like usually I'll leave a message at the end, or that I always leave the best piece of evidence to the very end. Like people skip before they've even seen the best part, and trust me, there's a lot of times where that best part is jaw-dropping.
Yeah, so I feel you there. We spend 3, 4, 5 hours at a location to get sometimes only 20 minutes worth of evidence, and or 30 minutes worth of evidence, and it's a passion that we love to do. It's something that we want to bring to everybody to show them what we found, and it's a lot of hard work. It's not easy. My advice to someone wanting to either create their own team or join a team is definitely join a team first. Get some knowledge and get the experience from the people who have been doing it for a long time. I first started investigating, I think I was in my early 30s, and like I said, we did the Swanview train tunnel to start off with, and we thought that was going off, just to find out that airplane mode on our phone. We didn't know there were other teams, or if there were other teams at that time doing paranormal investigations in Western Australia. I started it because I started watching Most Haunted, and while at the end people were calling it fake and all that type of stuff, maybe some of it was. I don't know. I'm not there. I can't tell you yes or no. I just take the evidence on what they show. If they show a doll catching fire, which is one of the ones I saw just lately, I'll take that as gospel, as them not, because it's their reputation that they're gonna stuff up by giving someone fake evidence, right?
A dog caught fire.
Yeah, dog caught fire.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I don't even have to watch that.
And you don't hear any clicking, like a lighter clicking or anything like that. So, I'm going to take that on face value and say, okay, that's super weird. I hope that never happens to me.
Yeah.
Because I've got 3 dolls that I take on investigations with me. Yeah, and if one of them caught fire, I'd be devastated.
They freak me out, that boo-boo babies. They really do. And that's another thing with the... when you were saying about evidence, about understanding your equipment, number one as well. Like you need to know it works. I've never used a boo-boo baby. Now once I've come away from the investigation, I've realised it went off all the time because people were leaning against the bed, so that's vibrations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in the moment I'm like, oh my god, but now I'm sitting back, I'm like, actually, hang on a second, there's a logical reason for this. There's movements, there's vibrations and everything like that.
Correct.
But, yeah.
So you're starting to get into that skeptic area where you're looking at the evidence that is there something that's happened that's made that happen. So let's look a bit deeper, let's slow it down, let's speed it up a bit, let's see what's actually going on in the background, and that is what will make you more credible, is by not just saying everything is paranormal, right?
Yeah.
For example, you'll see on paranormal shows, they'll say, oh, that's a great EVP, and it just sounds like static, right?
Sounds stupid.
But then what they'll do, they'll put up like words, we think it said hi dad, and then you're hearing that hi dad.
Mm-hmm.
But how many video clips or reels have you seen where it's the same saying, but you're reading the words, and you read the left column, you'll hear it, but then you read the right column and you'll hear the right column words, right?
Yeah.
So you might not hear it. If I don't hear it and I'm not prompted to hear it, then I don't class as an EVP. Mm-hmm. If I hear it and I'm not, if I don't hear it and then I'm prompted to hear it and then I hear it, I still don't class that as an EVP. Mm-hmm. If I hear it with my own ears and I can hear them clearly say hi dad or whatever, then I'm gonna produce that as evidence.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there's so much static stuff that gets put out there, and not until they put it out, and everyone think about it, when they put that up, you'll go, oh, actually, I do hear hi, Dad. But that's because you've been told what to hear rather than actually knowing what's said on the EVP, right?
It's like a form of pareidolia, isn't it?
Correct.
Like a not a visual, but it's a hearing form of pareidolia.
Yeah, an audio.
I see that.
It's audio and visual because you're reading it
Yeah.
on the screen. What they think it says, right?
Yeah.
So, last question of the night, and I know you're excited to talk about it because you're currently living it. Let's talk about this unique investigation opportunity that you've been given, that you're actually allowed to live in this place.
Oh, this is absolutely it's
This is epic, guys.
beyond anything I could have ever dreamed of, to be honest. Like, it's a paranormal investigator's dream. I'm living in a house that's not only got 5 spirits on the inside, it's also got what I believe to be, and I'd be careful what kind of words you use, but Aboriginal spirit called a featherfoot, and I believe that's what's there. Like, this place, I've got to be very careful because I don't want to put people's opinions or people's names in the spotlight, but this place is insane. Like, I had a reach out from a subscriber who said, please can you come check on my house, and as soon as she mentioned the story, I had to go. Like, this spirit affected the owner's mental state beyond anything. Like, he ended up setting himself afire. He set himself on fire and the house the day he was handing over the keys to sell it. What person in the right man would do that?
Yeah, that's amazing. So just for a bit of context, a featherfoot, also called a Kudeisha or Kadesha man, is a traditional lawkeeper, shaman, or sorcerer in some Aboriginal cultures. This gets the name from specialised shoes they wear, where the women, which were woven from feathers, human hair, and blood to leave silent, trackless footsteps while carrying out tribal justice. So, that must be some crazy stuff that's happening, and I do believe you had an experience in the kitchen.
Yeah, so me and the wife were walking through, and we couldn't believe why. Well, we noticed that all the doors and all the cabinets were all actually open, and we swear that they were actually closed. So I recorded it, took it on video. Fair enough, I don't have the footage of it actually happening, but you just have to trust my word as gospel. But I came the following day, every single one was wide open, but the slide door was closed still. Right, so the only entrance is that slide door, but every single one was open to the point of even the oven was open. Like, and as soon as I saw it, I got in there, I was all excited, and I went, actually, whoa, hang on a second, this is actually quite real, and this is a bit dangerous. I got myself out of there. And then I was like...
So I guess the biggest question I have for that one is the house secure?
No.
Okay.
Let's be honest, it's not 100%. Like, somebody could sneak around the outside if they knew where they were going, go in, and then open up all the drawers, leave them open for me, and close the slide door. They could do it.
Yep. So, but it is odd, right? So who would
Very
open
odd.
the oven?
No one's going to do that.
Right. Yeah, drawers certainly to see if there's cutlery or any valuables that might be left in there. But yeah, certainly not an oven. That seems a bit odd. What other experiences have you had?
This is with Suzanne from PPIA. Like, this is beyond anything. This is extremely crazy. SD's method, I was under, and she asked one question, what do you want? And I've responded, Nathan. And then she goes, whoa, who do you want? And I've responded, Nathan. Now, I was inside the where all the activity with the 5 spirits is, that part of the house. She was outside. I could not hear her. I had noise cancelling headphones. There's no way. But you think that's bad? I had the scariest message when Suzanne was on it, and it didn't click until the following day. So Suzanne was on there, and I asked, just asking questions, and she just came out and said, Nathan, message, your wife struggling to breathe. The very next day, my wife was in ICU for a week. Now, I don't reckon it was the spirit putting her in, but it was a message. It was warning me, saying, look, you need to get away because your wife is in a bit of danger. And which, thankfully, she's fine now. She's good. But yeah, that was very scary, and that's really hard when you bring... my wife won't let me... She won't let me be here if she wasn't allowed to come because of what happened previously.
So your wife's currently with you at this haunted location?
Yeah. Just to be my wife.
Wow.
To have my back.
Are you living in the burnt out house, or are you living on...
Second part.
Sorry? Yeah.
So there's three places. So you got the burnt out part, which we don't go in.
Yeah.
It's
Dangerous?
Dangerous, yeah. Then we got in between the two the other properties, you've got the big like annex as such, and then in the middle is like a small room that cuts in between. It's completely secluded from everything, and I'm like, damn, we'll stay in there.
Okay.
But yeah, even my cat is with me.
So how long are you allowed to stay at this place?
However long it takes before I can get the right footage for the owner, because the owner's he's incarcerated because of what he did. But I believe it wasn't truly 100% him. I reckon, fair enough, there might be a bit of mental health issues, possibly. But going by what I've captured so far, I reckon it was definitely a bit of a manipulation to be able for him to do that to himself.
Yeah, definitely, because no person in their right mind would set themselves on fire or their house, really.
Yeah.
But, mental health can play a part in some of these things, but so can, influenced by spirits, right?
Yeah, 100%.
There is documented things out there that spirits have affected people, and if you're in that situation for long enough, it does become an effect, and it does affect you, and it makes you do some crazy things, right?
100%.
Cool. So is there anything else? Have shadow figures, weird noises outside, or, well, I call them light anomalies. People call them orbs. I call them a light anomaly because that's exactly what they are. All right?
We don't know what it is.
We don't know what it is. Yeah. It's orb-shaped, but where does it come from? So, obviously, your heat source is like a fly, a spider. But
why did you say spider then? Because this is crazy. Because when me and Suzanne went in there, when I took Suzanne for the very first time, it was midnight. I went, look, you need to come. Yeah. I need a bit of help this place. So she came.
Yeah.
Thank you, Suzanne. We both at the very same time. We were inside the house and we both saw this like spider. It looked, the best way to describe it was like a spider the size of my hand, bigger than any huntsman. Like, I'm not having a bar with that. And it just shot up through the roof and just disappeared. And we both saw it.
Wow.
And it was insane. Like, the shadow figures creeping around the corner. We both saw the same old man in the in the closet, and we feel, because there's an angry man there.
Yeah.
So the angry man, he shuts his wife, which I feel is his wife, and makes sure she doesn't say anything because she's a bit flirty. She likes me a little bit, I think. Nothing having a bit of a ghost ghost crush. But yeah, she's a bit flirty, and he doesn't like it, and he gets angry, and he runs about, and he's very chaotic. Like, the way I see him is like somebody if they were on drugs and stuff. Like, that's the kind of, like, he's up there, he's down there, he's running about. But it's funny I said that because I can't. I've got to be careful what I was going to say there.
Yeah, you don't want to give away the location because you have millions of people running up there. Well, thank you. We're going to end it there. We've gone over by 10 minutes, but that's great because we've had really good conversation. Apologies once again for the technical issues we had before. I'll work on doing better for my next one, the third one.
It's my fault.
I'd like to thank Nathan for coming and joining us on our second podcast from Scarecrow Paranormal. I'll put his Facebook link and YouTube channel in the description once the live stream comes available on YouTube. Do you have anything you'd like to add before we leave?
No, big thank you for inviting us to come along, and yeah, just watch the videos and just watch them with an open mind. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. And do you know what? Just be good, people. Just be good. There's too much horribleness out there. Just be good.
Yeah, we definitely love what we do, and it's a passion of what we do, or else we wouldn't do it. It's just like a hobby for someone else. We just do it at night time and in ungodly hours, like from 8 o'clock at night till midnight or whatever it is at the time. And what we do, what the stuff we bring to you is just amazing, some of the stuff we see. But I'm going to call it there. Thank you, Nathan, for coming along and joining us, and everyone, have a great night.